What's up, everybody? Bored with the Boys here with another Christmas edition podcast. Who's ready for Christmas?
I'm not.
I
can't believe it's already December again.
It's already like halfway through. Well, as of filming this, it's like halfway through December.
Man,
insane.
it just comes up so fast every
Wow.
year. I
It
feel like-
sneaks up on you. I feel like every year I get in trouble for like buying gifts like super late.
Yeah.
But I'm like generally a late purchaser.
I just don't buy gifts.
I don't either. I've stopped doing it.
And then I get yelled at for not buying gifts, you know?
It just
what I
like sneaks up on you. I feel like people are like, oh, they start buying in like June to like prepare, but I don't know. I'm like, pick like a weekend in December and like
Yeah.
get everything you need and just like get it ready because like it just comes up so fast, especially
Or,
when
like,
you get
no-
older. Like it,
And November just like is not even a month. It's just like
mean?
September and then it's Christmas. I just like once September ends, it's Christmas. It's so fast.
yeah, like holidays.
Some people don't even do Halloween. They like put their tree up right after Halloween.
I know.
It's crazy.
I mean, I do like the Christmas season. I like the idea of there being like a season versus like a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
True.
I mean, people do a
Which
lot
it
for
is.
Halloween too, and Halloween's really just a day. Halloween's kind of like a very short amount of time, but like it's become a larger season. People decorate for like the month of October, but like Christmas is like a Christmas season. Like not just decorating, but like everyone's just kind of like in that holiday spirit from like Thanksgiving on, which is nice. But
It's like people act how they're supposed to act all year round, and they only act like that for like 2 months, and they go back to being the normal
That's
selves
true.
after
Same
that.
fat slobs they used to be.
pretty much. But I mean, it's definitely like when you get older, it's like not just Christmas,
Yeah.
just like everything just like sneaks up on you. As soon as you have like any other responsibilities and you can't just enjoy the holiday for what it is, if you have to like buy or go places or buy stuff for kids or whatever, it just like it sneaks up on you and it's like becomes so stressful up until the time that you actually
it's-
like give the
It's
gifts.
just not the same anymore.
I
You're an
don't.
adult.
I personally don't like when people get me certain style of gift like shoes or clothes because like I'm so picky with what I wear.
Yeah, true.
I'll be like, oh, this is great. Throw
I
it in
don't
the
know.
trash.
I just
I definitely never
you just throw
thrown a,
shoes away.
I wouldn't throw it in the trash.
I've never
this
thrown
guy.
a gift away.
I would just like
per se,
I'd
but-
put it in the closet and just not wear it forever.
I just don't. I don't know. I never really like want anything, and if I need something, usually I just buy it.
Yeah.
So I'm not like I don't really expect any gifts because if I want it, I'll buy it. If
That's
not,
true.
it's,
That's
I don't
that
need
line.
It.
That's that line between like when Christmas becomes like kid to adult. I feel like there's no like
yeah.
middle ground. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're younger, you have less responsibilities, you're getting stuff, or you're older and you're buying a ton of stuff.
You just get what
and
you need.
like if you get nothing, you're probably fine. Like
Yeah.
most of the time, it's like I have to actually like give people ideas because like Brian said, like, people get you
Yeah.
clothes or stuff that's like, but like you kind of want to try something on, and like sizes are weird.
Yeah,
and it's
I
like
can't-
I
it's
guess I
like-
want this game, and it's like someone go buy me this game. It's like it's just a weird.
Thank you for thinking of me, but
Yeah.
you know,
I rather. That's my thing. Like I rather
I'm not an Adidas guy.
have you not buy me something.
You
Though.
guys set on the shoes.
Yeah. I rather
Hey.
have you not buy me something. And it's like people are like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, but I will be happier if you don't get me something because you feel like you have to buy me something. You feel like you have to spend me money on me. It's just like,
Yeah.
don't
Spend me money.
spend me money.
Spend me money on me.
No.
Spend my own money on me.
Because then that's what it becomes. Everyone just like gets stressed out about buying stuff for somebody or like, it's just like, nah, it's not the point of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you're
no.
getting stressed out thinking about a gift, then you're already like missing the whole point of it.
I have to
I
get
know.
gift for this person, for my ex great grandmother.
Ex great grandma. What is that?
I know. And like as a kid, like because you just see something and you're like, oh, I want that, and when they get it, they're like, oh my god, I got what I want.
But
It's
you can't, yeah,
amazing.
because you can't get it when you're a kid. You can't go to the store
yeah,
and
you
buy
don't have
it.
the means to get it. When you're older and you're like, oh, I want this like this tool, this saw or something like
Yeah.
that, and then like someone's like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Like, I want this saw, and someone gets it for you. It's like, I guess you did me a favor because I don't have to like go buy it myself. But it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just it becomes a very strange exchange when
Yeah.
you get older because you're just like, what do you want? Oh, what do you want? Oh, we'll buy it for each other and
Yeah.
like, have meaning behind it. And in essence, it is okay and it's good. It's like happy Christmas spirit. But
You're just buying each
the
other
act
a
of just
gift.
buying and it's just basically trading money
Yeah.
is just so strange.
I like the whole idea of like I forget the actual term for it, but like you get a bunch of your family, your relative or whoever, friends, and you all just purchase a gift, and then you pick like a
Oh,
number,
like a Yankee swap.
It's like a
Yeah,
Yankee
there you
swap
go.
or what people call like
The Yankee
white
swap.
elephant is like what people refer to it as.
and then you
stuff,
just
too.
you pick a random gift, and that's
That's
what you
fun because usually you stay within like a price limit. It's just something to do
Right.
when you're
get,
together.
and it's fun. Everybody's
yeah,
together.
That's the point of it, which is you're getting together and
Yeah,
you're just
it's not necessarily
having
about the
fun.
gift. It's about like the fun of the exchange.
Yeah.
Like when you give a gift to a kid and you see the kid light up when he opens a gift, like
Yeah,
that's the
that's
fun
what you
part.
want.
But when you give a gift to an adult, They're not like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's more like, hey, thanks. I told you to get me.
Yeah,
this.
like I knew I was gonna get those.
I knew I was gonna get this because that was the only thing I told you, and you bought it for
Yeah.
me. Versus if you just buy like a bunch of random stuff, you know, whether good or bad, it's like, oh, we're laughing, having a good time. Like it's the good times of family being together. That's like the fun of that's the gift.
Yeah.
Is like getting together, less about like the exchange. But it's still like the same thing every year. You're always like, I gotta tell somebody something to get me.
I just don't.
It's
I don't buy gifts.
I don't either, man. It's like I'm not doing it to be like mean, but I just feel like if it's like you don't need to get anything for me. I'm not gonna get anything for you.
I don't expect anything.
Yeah.
I'd
Give
rather
me a
just
shitty
hang
pair
out.
of Adidas. That's fine, but
What is up with you?
So-
Who gave you shitty Adidas that is just staying in your memory?
my
this
dad
bad?
my dad likes to get me random stuff every year.
I don't think I've ever gotten shoes as a gift.
He'll
No,
get me,
I've never gotten shoes.
He'll get me like lotion and cough drops, and then like Adidas.
What?
Cough drops.
That's
Like,
weird.
I've known you for a long time, Brian.
I know you
quite
cough
a bit.
a lot.
I
cough
do.
You
quite a
need
bit.
shoes, so here you go.
You need to walk and stop coughing because it's annoying.
But
so.
those are good
Yeah.
gifts. You need those things.
I mean, that's true. I mean, if someone like when you're like significant otherwise, when they can get you something that like you didn't know you needed,
Right.
or like you kind of hinted
Yeah.
like that'd be cool, and they get you like that's like a wow, that's really like, thoughtful.
actual
That's
thoughtful
nice.
gifts.
But
yeah.
when
yeah.
as soon as you get beyond that, when it's like, oh, you said you wanted a coffee maker, I got you a coffee maker. And it's like, well, I could have gotten it, but I mean, like, thanks. It's like nice, but yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that same style of weirdness. I
Especially
think.
when they get you like an Adidas brand coffee maker.
Yeah, there's
too.
like
It's
Adidas coffee. It's like the wrong size, dude. Wrong size coffee maker. Throw it in the trash.
This coffee maker doesn't even
Sponsor
fit.
us, Adidas.
No,
I guess.
I
but-
guess. I don't know.
we have
No,
nothing to
but
do with you.
That's our Christmas gift.
the sponsorship
To ourselves?
I don't think
Adidas
I
to
don't
us,
own one thing of Adidas, so
I'm saying they're shitty, so I would want them to sponsor.
but- Yeah, they don't have to
he's like
watch this.
sponsor us. And I throw your shoes in the trash every year when I get them for Christmas.
Yeah, they don't have to watch this. But it is a strange. Christmas is a strange thing in general. When you think of it, it's like makes you so happy. Christmas season, trees, family, but like
Trees. I love trees.
trees, Arbor Day. But yeah, when you like think about it, Christmas is just so strange. Like, obviously the gift stuff we just talked about, but then like Santa. I know we were talking a little bit about it before, but like the idea of Santa is like, is it actually like a cute idea for kids, or is it some weird, creepy thing that we just mask as being cool and the kids love it? But
Well,
like,
for kids, your mind isn't the same way
Yeah,
as an adult.
yeah.
You don't see it as an adult.
It's
sees
this
it.
cool man who gives
Yeah.
everybody gifts, and especially me. He gives me the most gifts.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I mean, there was reality, or not reality, but like a story behind it of a guy
Yeah.
who was like a nice dude, who, like, whatever it is.
It was reality.
It was reality. Santa was real at one point.
At
He
one
was
point.
flying through the sky. at
And
one
I
point.
make him cookies and milk, and he eats it, and it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It proves that he's been to my house.
But I guess that kind of like plays into like the innocence of like a child, and like their mind is just it's so like
Yeah.
it's like more wholesome and just like
It's like a way to like mask the ability of getting them gifts that doesn't seem like the parents just buying them a ton of gifts. You
I
know
know
what I
that
mean?
is true. Like, what is the whole point of the whole Santa?
I'm sure
thing?
there is like a whole Christmas like reasoning. We didn't do any research, so like
No.
don't quote us on any like historical stuff. But like currently, like for people that have kids currently, and you're like trying to keep the secret, and like
what's the
I try to
point?
do that with my kids, and it's cute. They like the idea. We go see Santa. Oh my God, Santa! We got to be on the nice list, and it's like cute, but like it is. You get to a point where like any sort of like realization,
Yeah, like
and
why
it just
do you
becomes
do that?
strange.
Do you just do it because it's like it's what you do? Everyone does it. It's just like it's like why do you even do that?
Is it? Well, here's a question: is it worse?
You're like
to-
lying to them.
No, but is it worse to just say all the gifts are from you? Is that like?
Why?
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't
Like,
think so.
That's the question. Like, is it worse to say they're from you? Is that like a weird spoiling thing,
I
or is
don't-
it, or just truly not?
Santa,
I don't think
matter?
so.
I told Santa what you wanted.
it's not
and
any
he made
different.
them,
It's
and
just
then
like,
I
is this
gave them to you.
But like
Random
from-
guy giving you gifts better
But like
than
from
like someone
birth,
who
if you
likes
just never brought up Santa, and they may hear it from their friends, and you were just like, "Oh, Christmas is a day we celebrate, and we get you a bunch of gifts." Is that kid like worse off? Is it
I don't think
no
so.
different?
I don't think it's.
I feel like
yeah,
as a
different.
kid, you have to grow up
Well,
believing
yeah.
in Santa. Like,
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know where you're gonna go with that.
So you have to grow up.
You have to grow
you
up.
just have
man.
to. If you
gotta
don't grow
I
up,
don't
you're gonna
know.
stay little.
That's a hard thing. It
Well,
may be
like-
different, like if like when it's your own kid, because I'm sure like people have said that, and you have your own kid, and you do it anyways. But like right now, I feel like it's just like
Like thinking about
Kinda
it's so
pointless.
strange, but like having a kid, like I'm like protecting the idea of Santa for them because like Brian was saying, like the innocence of the kid, like
Yeah.
I'm protecting like their innocence. Like it's cute. Like once they stop, then it's like, oh well, it's older. But
I guess it doesn't matter either way, honestly, because it doesn't. like
not
harm. It
yeah.
doesn't hurt them, but if you didn't do it, it's not gonna hurt them either. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just comes down to your personal.
They wouldn't have grown up with that feeling of whatever most of their friends are feeling, like this not weird guy, but this random dude is giving me gifts. That's great.
But I think that idea,
oh, my mom and dad gave me gifts.
yeah. But I think like that idea like goes away so quickly, and then it quickly becomes about the gifts. You know what I mean? Like on Christmas Day, like Santa brought me gifts, but then it's just gifts. So like the day after Christmas, or when you talk to your friends, it's about what the gifts you got.
You forget about like the whole Santa.
The Santa thing kind of goes away, and it's about
it wouldn't
your
be any
pile of
different.
gifts.
Then it wouldn't be any different about where the gifts came from.
So technically, like it almost comes around like how you want to raise your kid about the amount of gifts. So if it's from mom or dad or from Santa, and it's too much, the idea of too many gifts, regardless of where they come from, kind of could have the bad like spoiling type,
True.
matter.
Yeah, that just
like
depends
the
on
kid
the
kind of
person.
like
How many
it's
gifts?
too much kind of thing, or if there's too little, oh Santa didn't do this. Like I feel like the Santa thing is more of like just nowadays is more of like an external way to like help the kids be good. It's like an external source that's away from mom and dad. Like be good because this other entity is also watching you, and not just mom and dad that you don't listen to. You know what I mean? Not that that's the idea, but I feel like that's like part of what people say. Oh, you gotta be nice. Santa's watching.
But it's only for like 4 months. Like when it starts getting close to Christmas. Other than that, in the
like
middle of summer, it's
and-
not even a thought.
It's like September, and the kid's like, "Oh, it's gonna be a few months." Santa's
And they start being good, and then like in June, they're just like a shithead.
Yeah, but I mean, even like the Santa thing. Obviously, eventually you realize like, oh, it's weird. Like it has to be mom and dad. Like, oh, you can't come down the chimney, and like small things kind of get to you. I feel like, but like, when did it become that Santa like has to hit every house that night? You know what I mean? Because like everybody talks about Santa coming to their house, Santa going to all the houses, but like Earth is huge, and like obviously not every culture even celebrates Christmas. Right. So like Santa's coming to every house in America, Christian homes.
Yeah.
Like obviously you don't tell your kid that. You're like, oh, he goes to all 8 billion people in the earth, which as an adult isn't true because religion plays a huge factor in that. But I mean, yes and no. But it's like the idea of now that we have to like explain it on the whole earth. It's like super strange because that's a whole nother level of weird that
goes from the North Pole. Like, what's the fastest route to everybody's house?
Yeah, the logistics of Santa quickly become insanity.
Well,
I mean, maybe that
just say it's magic, and then the kid's like, "Oh, all right," and that's it.
The magic excuse is solid.
Because then your kid is just like, yeah, okay. But then it's like, did that kid like must 100% believe in magic too? Like magic is a real thing.
Is that harmful?
No, I don't think it's harmful necessarily. But
I mean, I grew up watching Harry Potter. And I
you didn't think it was real though. You knew it was a movie.
It was just cool.
That's different though.
I say harmful because I feel like that's what when people are like, oh, I don't push Santa because it's bad for them. You know what I mean? Like the idea of yes or no on the Santa side for like parents that like tell their kids, he's real or not. I feel like they say like, oh, it's bad for them if they believe for it. That's what I'm saying. Like from a harmful perspective, it's like I feel like you said, it doesn't really matter. Like,
yeah, well, this is just how many people, like all of us have grown up thinking Santa was real. We didn't turn into like psychologically messed up people because we were told Santa was real.
Yeah, we're not like spoiled brats. We're not like psychologically like think the world is magic. Like your mind grows up.
I think either way,
if you start to understand more about life, realize that Santa's not real. It's been my parents or my guardian or whatever.
But it's not like.
And it's everything too. It's like it's Santa, it's Easter Bunny, it's the Tooth Fairy. Like it's all kind of like a global encompassing thing, which like you say, oh, it's cute for the kids, but it's like there is a factor of like weirdness, but it's still cute for the kid. Like,
I think it's just about letting them enjoy the childhood while they can. And in that time they were enjoying it. And even if they learn later on, like a couple of years later he's not real, they still enjoyed that time.
Right.
It doesn't take away that time.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away the happiness they had that Christmas morning. When you tell them 3 years later he's not real, it's not like, oh, my whole childhood ruined. They still enjoyed those moments.
Even if they say, oh, my childhood ruined.
Yeah,
when they were 5 or whatever, they're still like, oh my God. And they're like,
I think
super
ultimately
excited.
that's what it is. When people decide to like not push the Santa thing, but go with the Santa thing, I think ultimately it's just to make your kid happy, let them enjoy their childhood, and that's like the ultimate goal.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm pro Santa. I mean, we definitely like it. It's just like an added thing. Like I feel like it adds a layer of like importance where it's like we bought you a bunch of gifts. They'd be like, oh, you bought me gifts for my birthday.
You can have fun with it too as a parent. It makes it a little more fun for you because you can like do little things.
You
can decorate the house and all that stuff.
Yeah, it makes
and
it
put
little
up
fun.
the tree.
Yeah,
decorate the tree.
Like I said, it's an external way to like reward the kids, and I feel like that's good. The kids are happy from it. But it's like the idea of Santa, like, is that like is that the only way? Obviously, there's like a history of like Saint Nicholas and all whatever it is. But it's like there could have been like some other way. Like, what if like the history was different and it wasn't Santa and it was just like magic? The gifts appeared out of magic from the goodness that you know what I mean? Like it literally could be anything. Like the idea of Santa.
I think it's because, like I said earlier, I think it did originate from
something
like
real.
a person who like was a like toy maker. I don't know. I don't know if this is true, but I thought it was like a person in like Sweden or something that was like a toy maker and he gave gifts to people, and that's like some like little thing that was like very vaguely similar that turned into a story. Like
his name was Nick.
Yeah, like I think that's literally what happened.
St. Nicholas is like a thing,
that's
right? Like
I think that's like where it came from, but it could have been anything, and no.
Huh. That's definitely. I don't know. There's so many things it could be. I mean, you could take it like a really religious way, and tell the kid that like God gave you the gifts because you were good.
I mean, some people that are religious could use religious factors to help sway that. Like Santa, works with, God, and you got to be good and follow the things, and similar, but obviously different contexts. Like it may have started from a religious standpoint. Like saint is a religious thing. You know what I mean? Like if the original guy was a saint, whatever, he could have been a religious guy that did whatever. But like obviously, people that are not religious still celebrate or enjoy Christmas as it is, as alone, without like the religious aspect of it.
Yeah, because nowadays I think nowadays most people don't really. Even if you are a religious person, I feel like Christmas even nowadays is not religious for anyone.
Yeah, it's a very marketed, like commercialized holiday, basically for the kids. It's like any other holiday. It's an excuse to like get together with people. Yeah, spend money. And what is an excuse to spend money? But
sure.
The idea to like another day that you can like force yourself to like get together with family,
interact,
and other people,
with people you don't like.
Well, so maybe in some cases, but
oh man.
Well, I guess we solved Santa.
My thing is like decorating the house and set up the tree.
I like that part of it. That's the thing.
But you put the tree up so early. I don't. I put it up. We just put our tree up on Sunday, which was like,
we put our tree
6
up
days ago.
The week before Thanksgiving.
I usually do the day after.
See, in your instance, you'll have the tree up so effing long. Like how long after?
I like that.
How long after Christmas do you keep it up?
Yeah, maybe a week.
We keep it up until right after New Year's.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's not that long.
That's so long.
No,
but we keep it. It's more
like a week after.
From Thanksgiving to after New Year's.
It's long, but if we enjoy it being there, it's a light source in our living room. It looks nice.
That's what I like.
And it's just like you look at it, just kind of like I never look at it and I'm like, man, I gotta get this tree out of here. I look at it and I'm like, that's nice.
That's what I like, because you said Halloween is like a day. My decorations, when I do Halloween, I literally set up everything like the day of and I take it all down. Christmas, it's like
stressful,
the day after Thanksgiving, I start to decorate and it just looks nice. It's just like you get that like holiday, like you said, that like
a different
that
feeling,
mood, and it's just I like the lighting and stuff. I just like decorating, so I just like putting up all the lights and it looks nice.
I think
if it's up there longer, then I can enjoy it.
The idea of decorating is very like, it goes along with the like getting out of the normal. You know what I mean? Like everyone like throughout the whole year, you get into like you're working, you have a routine, you have a schedule, you have this and your kids have school and this and that, and it's like Christmas, Halloween, holidays in general, like take you out of the normal. Halloween, you get to go all dressed up. Christmas, you get to decorate and have a day with like, people enjoy those things because it's not normal.
Yeah.
Like the idea of decorating is changing your normal house that is always the same to have lights and blow up snowmen and stuff like that. So like people will do anything to have an excuse to pull themselves away from real life, and like there's nothing wrong with that. It's nice to break out of it. Like
I'm just a Scrooge.
Not really. But
one too many Adidas shoes for Brian.
I know.
This guy hates Christmas trees.
Horrible Christmas.
When you take the decorations down, it does look so like plain after the like you get used to
taking
it.
it down is rough.
It's just like, oh my god, it's just so like there's nothing here. It's just so dark.
Where do you put it all? Like
just,
where does it all get? I mean, obviously you just
like to play more on the tree part of it. Like there's plenty of stores that do it. Like I've joked like, man, why don't we just keep the tree up and just decorate it for different points of the year?
Yeah.
Because the tree itself has nothing to do with Christmas.
Right.
I mean, the idea of a Christmas tree probably has a Christmas origins.
Yeah.
Again, we didn't research anything, but like a tree is a tree. It's in nature all the time. Anytime you look outside,
trees are everywhere all the time.
Especially a pine tree.
That's what I mean. Trees are outside all the time.
They
so like
literally live forever.
A physical tree has like that alone has nothing to do with Christmas. So technically, you could have a Valentine's tree, an Easter tree, and like we've joked about it.
They do
but
like red lights and
that would like if we ever committed to that, it would probably be like the best idea. You know what I mean?
should
Like
do
we
it.
just never
Never take
have
your
because
dad's
it always.
tree.
Actually, I don't even know why we never have. Like we should just do that.
Just change the
out
color of the
star.
lights.
Put a heart for Valentine's Day. It says ever
So
star.
like a black and orange for
Yeah,
Halloween.
or get like one of the LED ones that you can change.
Yeah,
like
just change the
red
colors.
for Valentine's Day, and it's literally just like a way to change your surroundings
Like
in your house.
Thanksgiving, you just throw a cornucopia in
But
the
then it
tree.
would
Put little
be-
turkey lights and
corn
stuff like
sticking
that.
out of it.
I feel like that would become normal. You know what I mean? Once you do that.
But then normal becomes funner.
But does it?
But does it? Once
Well,
it's normal.
Anything can, even the most exciting thing can become monotonous if you do it all the time. So
Yeah, it
It's
still
like-
looks like holiday.
it's the idea of changing it every holiday.
But is there enough
is the
holidays to
idea.
keep it up all the time?
That's up to you. I mean, you could do 4th of July. You
Yeah,
could
but then
do-
how long do you leave 4th of July at? When do you start the
What-
4th of July and when do you end the 4th of July? And then
'Cause
what's
that's
the
like a
next
big gap-
holiday? You'll
big
have like
gap
these
of
weird
holidays.
big
That's
gaps of
true.
like
and who defines that?
in between
I
nothing.
mean, you could like have the joy of like putting it up for Christmas and then taking it down until
and you put up again. I don't want to do that.
I wouldn't
don't
do
wanna
that because
You
the
put- you
process of
put it-
taking down any decorations is like
Oh yeah.
but like you put it in your backyard again, like you get a little stand for your tree in your backyard, and it like becomes your just forever tree that you keep rotating in and out
what
of
are
your
you
house.
talking about?
We're not using real trees.
I'm not putting trees in my
First of all,
backyard.
who wants a tree in their house forever?
It's a fake tree, bro.
No, you got to get real trees.
You got a
No,
real tree?
no.
Yes, that's a real tree up
Oh,
there.
I don't use real.
No, real tree, you're
Fuck
cutting
that.
down nature. Leave nature alone.
Oh, you're dumb.
Fake tree, I ain't get no bugs. I don't have to water it.
You're-
I know.
I don't have-
you
I
have
don't have
all the
any
pine
glitter.
needles
I don't
everywhere.
have bugs from trees. What are you talking about?
That's where bugs live.
Bugs live in trees, dude.
I don't know what
I
kind of trees you're
I already
getting.
have lights on the tree. I gotta like.
I got a tree that looks probably more real than your tree.
Yeah, that's true. They do have a nice
Like
tree.
you can get some pretty nice trees.
And you
Nothing
use it for
against the real
years.
trees, but like the fake tree.
It's just easier.
Let's have a debate in the comments section.
All right, yeah.
We got
Real
fake
tree or
trees.
fake
Right,
tree?
real or fake?
Let us know.
And your reasoning.
I am a real tree guy.
Fake.
I'm a fake tree guy. I mean, I don't have anything wrong against
No,
real
yeah,
trees,
me either.
but to me, it's like
Especially when
I'd
you
rather
cut
leave the
down
tree in
your
the
own
ground.
tree.
People like the people that farm the trees. They like literally grow trees all year round just for that.
Which is
Imagine-
fine though. That's good.
Which is
though.
fine, but if they would have just
They're
spent
not
the
just
effort-
cutting down like trees in nature.
I agree,
They're
but if they
growing
would have
trees
just
for
spent that
purpose.
same time planting those trees in nature, like there could be more trees.
Yeah, but then you'd have to cut those trees down.
If
To
but
keep
if
the
they
people.
didn't, if they didn't do that, if nobody did real trees, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like if nobody did real
I'm
trees,
sure though, if you like research
I know.
how much it costs and
time effort thing.
Well,
probably
no,
like,
I'm just saying like how much it like environmental impact it takes to make a fake tree. It's probably way worse than just
that's
cutting
true.
down.
I
a
know
real
it's probably
tree.
like yeah,
you
the,
suck.
the plastic aspect of it.
But
Alright,
then a fake tree can last you years
All
and years
those
and years.
aspects- all
so
those
it's like-
aspects- aside.
Selfishly to me, I can put my tree up. There's no mess.
Yeah.
I mean, bugs or not, there's no
You don't
mess.
have-
I can
you
put
don't
it in a
have that-
bag. I can put it in my attic. I can set it up whenever I want.
You don't have that Christmas smell of that pine tree and the.
Dude, the new ones have plenty
have
of smell
scented
on them.
ones?
They literally like have scented
A candle.
smells.
I don't know.
That's stupid.
What?
It's not real.
Correct, it's not real, but I feel like the
Stupid.
idea of real versus
But what's
not.
the point?
What's the point of bringing a fake tree into your house just to have to throw it away?
What's a
You
real
still
tree?
got to
though?
put the fake tree away.
But we just talked
I
about
have to
like
put the fake tree away. I don't have to throw it away.
we just talked about
So?
the
Do you
throwing
pla-
away a real tree is such a pain
You
in
can
the
have a
ass.
nice bonfire in your backyard.
No,
you
you can't do
bonfire
that
or you
everywhere.
just
You
throw it
can't-
away?
I haven't yet because I haven't had the ability.
What
to
did you
have
do
fun.
prior?
We had a fake tree.
And what was wrong?
I
with
didn't.
that?
I didn't like the fake.
Why though? We just talked about how the tree itself is pointless. So why is being a real tree so important if the tree
If
aspect
you're
is pointless?
going to have a tree, in my opinion, you have to have a real one
But why?
But why?
because it's fake.
It's artificial.
Fake tree is. It's fake. You're not being real.
But what is the point of the tree though? Like I just
Because
There's
I
no
can't.
I think the
actual-
tree itself could have meaning, but I think
It's
the
just a
idea is
tree.
to have something that's decorated
That's
with
just
like
where
the
the gifts
idea that
go.
you can have like gifts
keeping the
underneath
tree
it.
alive. You're teaching the kid, if you have kids, how to.
water a tree.
How to adopt a baby for a month and then throw it away and burn it in a
I know.
bonfire?
Listen,
All right, it's played its use. We'll just toss it out.
I'm
See,
not
this
very
is what
good.
you're
At,
supposed to do, kids. And then
I'm
you
not
throw
very
it
good
outside.
at debating this kind of tree stuff. All right, but I'm
Because
telling
I don't
you,
think there's an actual
a
reason
real
behind
tree
it.
is the best way to go.
Like I said, I'm not opposed. If someone wants to get a real tree, like
Oh no, yeah, I
power
don't care.
to
either
you.
way.
But like, I'm definitely. I mean, it's probably a factor when you grow up too. Like my family was always fake tree.
Yeah.
Basically for the same reasons that I'm fake tree. Now that I'm older and I
Fake
have
tree.
now that I have the opportunity to choose, I still choose fake every time.
Well,
to
because
me, it's just
you only need to
efficient, it
choose
makes
once.
sense. Just once. The newer
Last
ones,
year.
they look
But it's also about like
they look delicious.
instead of like going to Walmart and buying your fake tree, you could start like a tradition with your family.
You could do that.
You go to the farm, you go to
Nothing-
wherever they grow the tree,
absolutely
you
nothing
cut
wrong
the
with
tree
that.
down, and you
Yeah.
have a blast with your family. And then look,
That's
we
fine.
cut this down, we put it in our house,
Or-
we're keeping it alive.
Which is fine.
Or you have
Or you spend $100 on a fake tree and it's already got the lights built in.
Yeah, that's way easier. That sounds better.
it's easier.
You're
You just tradition something else. You tradition.
You went out and cut down a tree with your family?
It was cut down for me because I wasn't able to go up to Maine to get it.
You heard it here, folks.
But it's a real tree.
Yeah, but you didn't.
You went to Maine to get it.
My girlfriend's parents went to Maine. They're like, "Oh, we'll cut one down for you," because I'm like, "Hey, I want a real tree."
We don't even want to cut it down. So you
have to watch the
your
kid.
Your team real tree.
Your
but-
tradition didn't work. See, real life happens, and then your whole tradition, and you could have just had a store-bought tree. It would have
I
been way
never
easier.
said I
and
had
more
that tradition. I'm just saying some
He
people do.
dreams of a time when he has the ability.
My girlfriend
to cut
was
his
working.
own
I had to
tree
watch the
down.
kid.
But
We wanted
exactly,
the tree.
it's
You
real
could have a
life.
tradition where like, let's go up to the attic and get our tree downstairs and let's set
Well,
it
just
all up.
decorating
Let's
and
climb some
setting it up.
stairs.
Oh, let's drive to Maine and have someone put a pre-cut tree in my car.
You don't have to go to Maine. That's just where they were when they got
Let's
it.
go down to the tree farm and put a pre-cut tree in my car.
You don't.
So
put
if they
it
had
in
a
your
fake
car.
tree, if you drove to like a tree farm and just bought a fake tree that they just had out of the box and you put it, and then you just.
I don't
Dude,
think they would sell
do you-
fake trees.
well,
Well, I'm
get-
just saying, is that the point?
Do you
of
have
it?
like a certificate to prove that your tree is real?
Yeah.
Yeah, go up and fucking smell it and feel the stickiness.
Oh,
What is
I can
that? See, I
add-
don't want stickiness in my house. I don't want sap all over the
I don't
floor.
want. I don't want a sticky tree.
You get like sap
Look
in
at
your
the pine
carpet.
needles on the floor.
That's awful.
I don't want
Why
pine
would you
needles.
want that?
It's Christmas.
Your dog's gonna eat
It's
that.
Christmas. I like to make a mess in my house.
I don't know, man. Christmas is wild.
This one.
Real
All right.
or
well,
fake? Santa.
I mean, I guess that'll be the name of this podcast. We'll say, real or fake tree. Let us know what you choose and why. If tradition plays into it, whatever you want. But
Team real.
yeah, we'll keep this one short. Christmas
Ish.
podcast.
As
Short-ish.
always, subscribe, like, all that stuff. You already know. Board with the boys.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry
Happy
Christmas, everyone.
holidays.
Hope
Whatever
you have a
you
good
want to
holiday,
say.
and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeet.